everybody, we are having some technical stuff going on today. We started a video and then it went away. So if you did see a quick bit of a video and then it disappeared, I'm really sorry about that. Apparently I'm having internet connection issues. So, hello again. We'll start from the beginning, shall we? Good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday, the 16th of July, 2020. So if today is Thursday the 16th of July, tomorrow must be Friday the 17th, and I believe something important would have happened tomorrow, and still will be for a lot of us. It's the last day of school. Well, what a strange year we've all had, because we went to school and then we had Christmas and then we went to school for a bit more and then people started getting poorly and then we stopped going to school. Apart from a few people whose parents had to go to work, they're key workers, so they kept going to school, but they only had like a couple of people in their classes. And then some people went back to school, but not everybody went back to school. And then now school's finished. It's been a bit odd, hasn't it? So today we're going to do our messy church all about learning. First of all, let's light our candle like we always do for messy church. So here's our candle. Here's my matches. We're going to light our candle and say a prayer. Lord God, as we light our candle, we ask that you send your love and your light to all the people in the world. Especially today, we are going to be thinking about pupils and teachers. Not just teachers that work in school, but people that teach us all sorts of things. Amen. Right, I shall put that behind us. There's our candle. It's definitely getting shorter, isn't it? Because we've been burning this through lockdown, haven't we? Every time we've had a messy church or a Sunday school. There we go. Smoking a little bit today as well. So hopefully you can see that. I'll have to just move one of the cameras a little bit. There we go. Because I've got two cameras, you see. So I have one for Facebook and one for YouTube. It's easier to put them on separately. So, what can we do about teachers? What kind of teachers might we have? What about my helper? Can you think of any teachers we might have?
Teachers like Jesus.
Okay. Jesus was a teacher, that's right. Teachers at school. What other teachers?
Teachers like counsellors, maybe? Or maybe not.
What, counsellors? Yeah, counsellors are teachers.
Could be that.
What about those people that haven't been to school? Who's been teaching them? Homeschooling parents and grown-ups. What a hard time we've all had. It's been an interesting time, hasn't it? It's been an interesting time for the grown-ups that have been doing the homeschooling as well. Sunday school teachers.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that. Sunday school teachers, because Sunday school teachers are quite important, aren't they? Because they teach us all about the Word of God and Jesus and about the Bible. Because the Bible's quite a confusing place sometimes. So we're going to talk about a Bible story today. And I was looking on the internet. I was trying to find things about teaching in the Bible and teachers. And the only thing on Pinterest is fabulous. But the only thing that kept popping up was learn the books of the Bible. And I thought, do you know what? I don't want to sit and learn the books of the Bible. I mean, because that's just, you just learn it, don't you? Like your times table. 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10, 3 5s are 15. And it's a little bit like learning the books of the Bible. It's really good trivia knowledge to have. But it's no fun. We want to do something fun. So I thought, what can we do? And we have done this story before in Sunday school, and this is a story about when Jesus went to learn in the temple. Thank you very much. It's called My Father's House, and I'm reading it out of the my first Bible stories book, which I love because of the pictures. The pictures are so good. When he was 12 years old, Jesus went with his parents to Jerusalem to celebrate the feast of the Passover. And on the way back, Mary and Joseph thought that Jesus was travelling somewhere in their large family group and didn't worry that they hadn't seen him for a while. They journeyed for a whole day before they realised that Jesus was missing. They started to look and look, but nobody had seen him. And that night they lay awake. They were unable to sleep with fear and worry. Early the next morning they returned to Jerusalem and they searched the whole city for him. And on the third day they found him, and he was in the temple. And he was sitting with the men who taught God's laws, carefully listening to everything they had to say, as well as asking questions himself. And everybody who heard him, they were amazed at how much he understood. "Why have you worried us like this?" Mary said. "You must have known, Jesus, how anxious we would be." Jesus, he seemed surprised. "Well, surely you knew I would be here in my Father's house," he replied. But Joseph and Mary did not really understand what he meant, and Jesus decided not to explain further. Then they all left and they went back to Nazareth. Well, do you know what? If my little girl had disappeared like that, I would be very cross to start with her. How dare you worry me like that? I'd be very worried that something would have happened. I think I would have been scared. I would have been ringing the police. I'd be putting things on missing persons on Facebook and Twitter, and I'd be ringing up people, because now we can just pick up a phone, can't we? "Have you seen so and so?" They couldn't do that in Jesus' time, so they had to turn around. They'd already walked a whole day. They had to turn around and go back again to find him. Oh, the little tinker. That's what I would have said. Oh, dreadful, dreadful. So we're going to do a fun thing about that story, hopefully. Now, excuse me a minute. I've got a scroll. Now, this is a very special scroll. I know it's special because it's wrapped up in gold ribbon. Anything in gold ribbon has to be special. And long time ago, they didn't really have books. They had scrolls. So all the teachings of the Bible would be on a scroll like this, you see. Now, I've made this scroll. I thought it would be really fun if we made a scroll. And on this scroll is the story that we've just listened to. And I'm hoping that my beautiful volunteer will make one over here. Will you make one over here for me? And so what I've done is I've taken a piece of A4 paper, that's computer paper, and then I folded it in half long ways and torn it, you see. You can see where I've torn it like that. Magic. And then we're going to stick them together to make a long skinny piece of paper. But first we're going to draw some pictures. So my beautiful assistant, who's going to be behind camera, sorry darling, she's going to try and copy some of the pictures that I've done. There's your pens, lots of pens there. So I'm going to unroll our scroll. My gold ribbon. Okay, so this is the story about a boy called Jesus, who was 12. You see that picture?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to draw a picture? Do you think you can draw that picture? Or something similar. Do you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect because we're rushing this, aren't we? And if you're doing these at home, you can take loads of time. And I think yours will be really good because I know how talented you guys are at drawing stuff and art. And look, if you look carefully, look, he's waving. "Hello, I'm Jesus. I'm off to the temple with my mum and dad." So when he's 12, he would have just been before he was a teenage, wouldn't he? So what year would he have been in? Been year 7, year 8, year 7, 8, something like that. So then, this is where he went. He went to the temple. There he is. "Oh, I'm Jesus, and I'm off to the temple." Because they were celebrating the feast of Passover. It was a very big celebration. And some communities still celebrate it, don't they? Like the Jewish community. So, I'll roll that back up now. I'll roll that up the other way. I'm trying to do it without ripping it. So, and when he went to the temple, he read the scrolls. So they had all the teachings of God in the temple. They didn't have them in books. We didn't have books then. They had scrolls. So it was a long piece of paper that was rolled up. You see, I've put some writing on there. Some squiggles like writing. How are we doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll this one up a bit further. Otherwise, my arms won't be long enough. I won't be able to hold it, will I? And then after they've done that, they went home. They said, come on, we've celebrated the feast of Passover. It's time to go home now. And off they went. There they go. Look, they're all walking home. And they're off. And do you remember what happened next in the story? So they'd been walking for one day on the way home. And what happened then?
Jesus was missing.
Where is he? I don't know. That's dreadful. Now I've just realised that my question mark's back to front for you guys to see it, but when I'm looking at it, it's the right way round. It's back to front. Is that the right way to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But on the camera, it's the wrong way around. So, I turned everything else around. I forgot to turn the question mark around. So, they all went, where is he? And they searched. Have you seen him? Oi, Bob, have you seen Jesus? No? Oh, all right then. Harry, have you seen our Jesus? He's not here. He's not with you. All right then. Here, Sarah. Oh, Jesus, he's not knocking around with your kids, is he? No? Oh. Gone, missing. And they looked, and they looked, and they looked. They were, they must have been so worried. So, I had to turn around. I had to go back to Jerusalem again. Well, he's not here. We must have left him behind. Oof. I should imagine they might have been quite cross with themselves as well, actually, for not realising that he was missing. Because parents feel dreadful guilt sometimes. And we think, oh, what have we done now? Well, how can you forget your child? Because some politicians have got into an awful lot of trouble for forgetting their children in car parks and things like that. It's true, honestly, ask your parents. So they had to go all the way back to Jerusalem. And then, when they got there, they looked. So I've done a big pair of eyes looking. Where is he? Where's Jesus gone? And they looked and they looked and they searched Jerusalem. And I bet they did that thing. Where was the last place you saw him? Well, I don't know. I thought he was with you. Let's have a look in the temple. So they went back to the temple. And there he was. He was sitting in the temple with piles and piles of scrolls. And he was learning all about God. Because they learning about Jesus. He can't have been learning about Jesus because he was Jesus. At this time, he was just learning about God and the Holy Scriptures. And they told him off, didn't they? And they said, where have you been? What have you been doing? Do you know I have had palpitations? Oh, good for my nerves. And he said, I am with my Father in his house. I think he was probably quite surprised that they didn't understand. Because, if you remember from the very first story about Jesus, he was born in a stable to Mary. But Joseph, his dad, wasn't his birth dad. He wasn't the person that put Jesus in Mary's tummy. That was God. So God was his father, and he was in his father's house, because we talk, don't we, about churches being your father's house. God, my father, and he was in my father's house, and he said, why are you so worried about me? So why don't you make a scroll? And what I've done here, how's that? Beautiful. Don't try and do it backwards, sweetheart, it's fine. I'll take a picture of yours. Just trying to, because what I've done, you see, I wrote on the back the words and then I copied them so they'd be the right way around for the camera. So this is our, see, my arms aren't long enough. And what I've done is I've got some dolly pegs. Now you can use dolly pegs. This is a dolly peg. Or you could use lollipop sticks or twigs or dowling, whatever you want to. You could even roll up some cards and use the cards. And these are the things I've put on the end for the scroll. So, and all I've done is I've taken some sticky tape and I've stuck them on. I did try and put them over the top, but there wasn't enough depth in them, you see. So when I roll it back up, this long, long scroll, you see, it's very long, isn't it, actually? You'll just see the hard bits at the top. See, the little knobbly bits there of the pegs. These are called dolly pegs because you can make them into dolls. I used to do that when I was younger. I remember doing it at school actually. There we go. I'm rolling it up, see? So I've rolled it all the way up that way. And then I'm going to roll that way, that way. There we go. I'm just rolling Jesus up. There we go. And that is my scroll, you see? There it is. So you can do that, and you can do any story you want to do on it. Oh look, it's already come undone. And then all I did is I got some ribbon that I happen to have in my drawer. I'm one of these people that always has bits of ribbon and stuff in drawers. Don't know what I'm going to use it for, but one day it might come in handy. Lots of people have drawers like that. I am a crafter. I have lots of stuff that I will probably never ever use, but I'm not going to get rid of it either. So, and then we wrap the ribbon round the scroll, and Bob's your auntie. So, you could do a scroll like this. I would love to see any pictures that you've got of scrolls. You don't have to do this story. You can do any story you want to. It doesn't even have to be a story. Maybe you could write a letter like this. Maybe if your grown-ups have been doing homeschooling with you, you could write them a scroll to say thank you for being my teacher. And you could do it big writing, couldn't you? And so when you take it apart, they could use it as a banner. You could just draw pictures, you could write on it, you can do anything you want. Lots of colours, and I would love to see any of your finished things. And what we'll do is my little helper, she's doing hers, and when she's finished, we'll take a photograph of it and we should pop it in the comments so you can all see it. Okay, so that's our first thing that we've done. We've only got one more thing, and we are still on the subject of teachers, and I'm hoping that my little helper will help me again. She's too busy drawing. She's not paying attention. You help me now. So, could you pass me that one, please? Thank you. We are going to make a thank you picture for people who... Oh, really? We are going to make a thank you picture for all those people that have been helping us to learn. Now, it might be somebody at school. It might be for somebody at home. It doesn't have to be one of your grown-ups. It could be your big brother or your big sister that's been helping you. And this one has just landed in the paint, which is why I'm going, ugh, because look, I've now got a green thumb. I picked it up and I put my finger right in it. So, this says, thank you for making me grow. I think that's lovely because we talk about growing. It's like in Sunday school. Do you remember on Sunday we were talking about plants and seeds growing? It doesn't have to be a seed that grows, and it doesn't have to be us that growing taller. In here we have got brains and minds, and sometimes it's our brains and our minds that need to grow. And teachers at school and at home and Sunday school and all sorts of teachers, it doesn't matter what they're teaching you, it helps us to grow. Not upwards, but in here, thought-wise. And this is so easy to do, and it's messy because it's messy church. I'm going to have to put this one down because it's got covered in green paint. Never mind. Right, young lady, where are you? So I've got a piece of paper, and I have got, you come around here please. Just moving some of this stuff so she can get in. Right, can I have your hand please? I have got a paintbrush and some green paint. And I am painting her. Oh, it's so messy. It's messy, messy church. Oh, yay. Right. Give everyone a wave. Lovely. Right. Everything's up. What we're going to do is now we've put our green paint on. She's so messy. We're going to put her hand on here like that. Okay, right, ready? In the middle, ready? Oh, this is so squishy. Ready, and off. Ah! Fabulous. There we go. Oh, you're going to wash them, good girl, thank you. She's so messy, because it's messy church. So she has done me a beautiful handprint. Now on this handprint, it's not just any handprint. These are our stems, you see, of our flowers. So what I've done is I've got a little bit more paint in here. And you can use any colour you want. I have got yellow and red. And we're going to use fingers. Have you got clean hands now? Yeah. They are so not clean. Come here, come here. Right, she thinks that's clean. Does that look?
No,
I can still see paint in the middle of her fingers. Right, okay, it's okay because we're going to use our fingers now. So we've got a finger. Now, come on this way a bit. That's it. Stop. That's it. Right, yellow first?
Yes.
Okay, so normally a flower has a yellow middle. So we're going to put loads of yellow paint on our fingers like this. And we're going to do
1, 2.
dip. I'm finger painting without getting dirty. This is great.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, beautiful. She knew you got to end up with yellow nose then. So look, now we've got... It looks a little bit like lights, doesn't it, on a Christmas tree? So now we've got yellow blobs. Right. Other finger. And another finger that's not that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Let's use this one. We're swapping fingers. I'm going to use this finger now. This beautiful little finger here. And we're going into the red. Right. There we go. Red. Right. So now we're going to do the petals around the outside. Okay? Can you reach? If I turn it up that way. Right. Okay.
I'm not
Keep
worried
putting it.
that it will just get into the yellow.
Don't worry about it.
It's messy, Jack.
Because yellow and red make what colour?
I have no idea.
Orange. Oh, look, that's one. One flower. Oh, look, isn't that pretty? Right. There you go. You do the rest of them.
Okay.
Because flowers grow, and we know that, don't we? Because we talked about seeds last Sunday, because we were talking about the good seed, the parable of the farmer that did the good seed. That's very nice. And people like flowers. And it's so difficult because we can't always go and see people at the moment because the lockdown's still in force. It's been eased a lot, but we still can't go and hug people and maybe we can't give presents to our teachers and family that we want to. But we can paint them a picture, we can write them a letter, and we can still tell them that we care very much about them and we appreciate what they've done for us. Oh, that's fabulous. Keep going. I think I'm going to need a wash as well, look. I can get another one in there. That's beautiful, thank you. So here is our bunch of flowers for whoever needs a bunch of flowers. So that could be your teacher, your grown-up, your Sunday school teacher, your minister, your grandparents. Go wash your hands and do not wipe them on the carpet. I saw, oh yeah. Cheeky. Oh, yeah. It's a good job we've got a hideous carpet and nobody can see any colours on it. So yeah, whoever you want to send a picture to, and it's fun and it's messy, and the little ones love doing this because it's hand paint. Oh look, I've got more paint on me. Hand painting, finger painting is brilliant. Oh dear, paint everywhere now. And then all you have to do is write your own message. It doesn't have to be the same message that I've written. It could be anything. But on this one we've put, thank you for making me grow. And I do you know what? They're so fun to do. And they're so easy to do. And they're messy. So everyone can do them. I think all the grown-ups should be doing these as well. We could have hundreds and millions of these all over the country. All our teachers should have one of these. All our Sunday school teachers, our ministers, and our home school teachers, our grown-ups, our parents and our carers, all those people who have been getting headaches because of maths and fractions and nouns, angles. Oh, we did angles last week. Angles are hard. And we did parallel lines and perpendicular lines and oh goodness me. So, but school's finished now, hasn't it? Tomorrow, that's it in England. We will be on our summer holidays. What are we going to do? I don't know. It's going to be very hard, but at least now we can start having a bit more fun because things are opening slowly. We won't have to do any homework and schoolwork anymore. And if we're really lucky, the sun will come out. We can have our paddling pools out. We can play in the garden, and we can go to different places. We go to walks around lakes and maybe museums, and libraries will eventually open. It'll be great. It'll be just like a normal summer holiday. And then in September, we can go back to school, and hopefully, God's will, everything will be a little bit more normal than it has been. And it's exciting because we get to see all our friends again, because I know my little girl, she's really missed her friends. She hasn't really seen them. She's seen some of them in the street, but she hasn't seen them for a long, long time, since March when the school's closed. So we're going to say a quick prayer. Hands together, young lady. Ready? Dear Father, thank you so much for teachers. Thank you for places of education. Thank you for helping us learn all the things that fill our brains up. Thank you for interesting facts and things that are going to be useful in life. Thank you for teaching us stuff that we didn't know that we needed to know. Thank you for teachers in schools and grown-ups at home, and our siblings and our Sunday school teachers, our ministers, our driving instructors, anybody who teaches us stuff. Help us to learn every day, and don't stop us from learning. Every day we will learn something new about the world and about you. So please help us to move forward and keep us all safe over this summer holidays, so we can get back to school in September and we can be reunited with all our friends and our teachers and get back into some wonderful routines and have so much fun learning. Thank you, Lord, for keeping us all safe so far. Amen. Amen. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody, and we will have to see if we have one in August. Normally, we don't do a Messy Church in August because it is the summer holidays. But with an online one, we could do one because you can always watch it later, even if you are on holiday. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you get really messy fingers like me. Get really messy, look. Oh, she's messy again. Oh, I'm going to be in so much trouble, aren't I? Well, so stay safe, have a wonderful summer holiday, and hopefully some of you can catch up. We can catch up for Sunday school. Take care, everybody. Bye.